You're a yummy wood-fire pizza with extra pepperoni. You and I are going to be doom scrolling Twitteroony. We are in the year of the snake. Serpents are untrustworthy. Serpents shed their skin. Just like how we are going to shed the 4-year cycle non-believer Jeets from this cycle. Soon. Serpents, friends. Right? Sometimes they're remote controllers. Sometimes they're serpents. What's lurking down there? It's a family-friendly show. Let's go. Mr. Doug calls himself funny. This is a great thread. So those who would know me know I am just a reply guy. This is my first proper crack at a thread. I present to you the Cappy token. Okay, so he's just shilling a token. So this is what we've done. We've financialized pretty much everything in the world. Here we have Mr. Dougie Boo saying, I think capybaras are the most mimetic animal outside of dogs and cats. So I guess he's trying to do a capybara, which is a cute furry animal. Capybara meme coin. Yeah, but look, it's not about the meme or anything. It's just like, do people think they can make money in it or not? That's actually what it comes down to. That's how simple it comes down to. That's why people come in a casino. Hey, do I think I can have fun with something out here? The meme coin, the JPEG casino stuff on Solana obviously has been rinsed out hard. The trenches, they're like, every time, the trench is like doing lower highs of people as people like realize there's less and less money come out. So we're waiting for a new, completely new casino to appear. We'll see what happens. Here we have, this is the old Bitlord channel.
Brothers and sisters.
This was Bitlord, friends. Bitlord back in the day. Probably
we've waited.
Flying high as a kite. I remember when he made this video. This was literally 5 years ago, actually. Now, wow, 5 years ago. It was right as we were starting the Altseason of 2021. Agent Chart, old Bitlord was goated. Yeah, so it was also funny, friend. The funniest part is, this is that we can't believe this happened. So, Nassim Taleb, okay, the actual Nassim Taleb who wrote this, he actually wrote the book, The Black Swans, right? You should read it. Some of his books, actually, they're complicated to read. I should probably actually, you know what, friends, I tried to read his books. They're a bit complicated. You know what I mean? They're like really like nerdy, intellectual, but I wonder if ChatGPT can summarize it because it's like Shakespearean English, the way he writes, and make it easy. But Nassim, he always talks about, you know, having skin in the game. Like one of the most famous examples, like, bridges back in the old days never used to break and buildings never used to fall down. Why? Because kings and like city leaders, village leaders, they would say, hey, we're going to give you money. You're going to build like this building for me. But if the building falls down, you are going to jail and your family's going to be slaughtered. And so guess what happened? No bridge ever collapsed. No building ever went down. You know, so it's just calling about skin in the game. I think he used examples like that. But funny, with Bitlord, friends, Nassim Taleb was on a plane. He actually took, this is the funniest part, friends. I think he actually took a phone, a picture of the guy next to him with the Bitcoin logo. And it was Bitlord. Bitlord was sitting next to him, literally on the plane. This is gold, friends. This is gold. I have it right here. I found it. Look at this. This was in the anger phase of the 2022 bear market. It was September. We're in the anger phase, right? Anger phase. So Nassim took a picture. I'm on a plane next to some Scandinavian skin brain. Next to them, MAGA has the docility of the International Association of Vegetarian Bird Watchers. He has Bitcoin tattoos with addresses. What will he do with these tattoos in 25 years? So it's Nassim, Crypto Bitlord, about to get arrested on his flight. Ask me anything. So he was literally, this is gold. Nassim Taleb makes a tweet. Bitlord's checking his Twitter. And he goes, wait a minute, that's my tattoo. And he just looks at him. And that, friends, was funny. They became friends. They were friendly with each other. They're friendly. And it was funny. It was, oh man, I got tears in my eyes just thinking about how fun this time was. That was like, what was so amazing is we're in the anger phase and everyone had lost all their money. We're still like down bad, but it was like comical relief. It was some comedian relief from that phase. It was actually around during that phase, I think, where Vitalik's giant dong photo came out as well during that phase. So that's something, because everyone's like, the crowd were all emotional. Like when you're angry for so long, it's like your body just like, I've just had so much. I just want something to change. And then like you laugh at something hilarious happening. Breaking. Searches for second job is at an all-time high, surpassing the 2008 financial crisis and zombie virus pandemic levels. Second job searches. Yeah, we'll see what happens when it comes to the economy and everything out here. I'm still hanging out. I'm still hanging on. Prediction markets, exoteric, purpose is offering markets where you can make bets and profit by being right about the future. But the esoteric power of prediction markets is the ability to use money to directly seed beliefs into the collective consciousness. Interesting. So basically what they're hinting at what we saw last year in 2024, where some of these big money, they started, because everybody was reporting on the poly market bets, they started putting a lot of bets on Kamala Harris beating Trump. Do you remember that? They actually tried to see, hey, if we bet and we just change the odds, does that make everybody accept or reject? But no, here's the thing, fans. It's if the people don't want to accept it, it's a price rejection. It's just like you're trading a price chart and it rejects back through the level. It's the same thing. So you can't fool it, because the prices are meant to reflect everybody's emotions, not the other way around. Not where you just sorry, they're one in the same. If the price, they try to force the price deviation out, people look at it, they go, oh, this makes no sense, you know. The Kingsman, Anchor, pDAI, a mirror can be made, and first the reflection looks the same. So it's a nice, lovely pDAI post out here. Just speaking of PulseChain and pDAI, having a quick check. There's been a lot of people upset, understandably, because everything's been garbage. 3% nothing to see here. pDAI getting smashed 7 or 8 or 10% down. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a pDAI conference. I'm wondering if someone comes and scams it to zero for a third time. Everyone's pretty much lost all trust and faith in this, but you got to remember, friends, we're in a PMI 49 environment. We're not in a PMI 52 plus environment, which is expanding and everything out here. Here we have Mr. Crypto Orange. I got my dozen onboards in at Hex 30 to 50 cents. Not one of them ever asked me about Hex. I would love to see them get redeemed. Break even would be beautiful. We'll see. I would love to have them revisit. Till then, I remain quiet, but hopeful. Yeah, wow. So he's like saying, wow, you invested 5 years, literally could have bought literally anything else and made money. So everyone's just lowered the bar so far. So we'll see. But yeah, friends, there will be a huge amount of resistance for Hex between the 20 to 35 cent zone, because that is the bulk of the volume, retracements and stuff out here. But right now it's like at 1 cent, so that's still a big juicy part to get in there. So, you know, if you're nervous, you could always get half out there or 3/4 out and then just see what happens with the rest, right? We'll see. A year ago, Euler had 4 million in deposits. Today they have 4 billion. We've spent a minuscule fraction of what others have to get there. We're just getting started. I don't know what Euler does. What is Euler Crypto? Euler Crypto. Euler Finance, decentralized lending protocol. Why is it different to Aave? I'm not sure. Users can create and participate in markets for any ERC. Okay, so it's basically decentralized Aave. Aave has a centralized governance where they nominate the tokens put in. Euler lets, I guess, anybody put any token up. You can do that. Obviously, there's not that much demand because Aave puts popular stuff that people demand. It's not like they say no to anything. Like, you know, it was like, for example, if Hex was super popular to be borrowed and lent, it would be on there, but no one really wants to do that. But yeah, I guess it's cool that we can do that as well. Here we have my postie showing you Lord Miles scammed everyone for $400,000. He bet no against himself to fail the Saudi Arabian 40-day fasting challenge. Yes. So, breaking. Tucker Carlson says Ukraine funding was a money laundering scheme. He claims that billions sent to Ukraine were misused. Do you agree? So, this is cool. 2022, I have posts. Just can't be bothered checking them up right now. I have posts. I said the exact same thing. And I said, Ukraine is money laundering. It is the tornado cash of the US government. It's also how they can use some black budget swifting, moving money around through the Middle East and stuff. If they want to do advanced UFO tech, research some stuff out here, they just got to move money to places. That's how they do it. That's why there's always a perpetual need to keep these things kind of like at war, or there's like, you know, there's a lot of fog there. Alt season forthcoming. So stimmy checks. What do you think, friends? So this is the alt season 1, alt season 2, alt season 3. It's just showing you the 3 crypto cycles from before. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, remember, friends, we are PMI 49 right here. You know, when we had these, PMI was all these levels, right? This was PMI 56 plus. Okay, 56 plus, right? And this is literally, we are PMI still 49. Remember, 50 is the key level. 50, below 50 means you're contracting, which means you're not even growing at that point. Here we have a young Barack Obama. Barack Obama's net worth over the years from $10,000, 1.8 million. Now he's worth, whoa, Barack Obama's worth 278 million now. Jeez. Whoa. So, oh my God, what the hell? So you're telling me when he first got as president, when he first got in, he was worth 1.3 million, which is still amazing back then for 2008, 1.3 million. And then at the end of his presidency, 2016, he was worth 21 million. He 20x'd his net worth in 2 terms. Damn. Wow. Probably an amazing trader, friends. I mean, you've seen Nancy Pelosi. She's really good at those RSI divergences. This is the racist Russell 2000 on my post here appearing. Remember, it's new through the all-time high, friends, record all-time highs. It's showing you that it's a reflection that people want to take on more risk. Okay, they're happy now to like start to bet on companies that are unprofitable. Russell 2000, remember, 2,000 companies, 50% don't make money. So the fact that it's going up, people are now happy to bet on those unprofitable companies, pretty much a lot. They're like, you know what, you're not profitable now, but with some AI, with some tweaks, with some kinks, you'll be able to turn it around. Okay, that's great. Some vicious stuff. I don't know who Danny Boy is. I just got stabbed in the neck. My gosh. Jeez, what happened, sir?
People no liars.
Don't video it. Don't video it.
My man just stabbed me in the neck, bro.
He haters, bro. People that think you're friends.
Got stabbed.
Be careful, friends. Violence is not the answer. Okay, violence is not the answer. I pray for everyone out there because there's a wonderful world we can live in. There's a brighter future. And man, just, you know, that's the thing, friends. Like, maybe you got a lot to lose, but there's a lot of trash out there. They got nothing to lose. They don't mind inserting like a sharp pencil into your neck. So just be careful out there. According to Bloomberg, Tether is in talks with Ant Alpha to raise $200 million to accumulate its gold-backed token. So Tether, friends, they have no plan to kind of like do anything unique because they just make yield from the government bonds and everyone else is going to do the yield. It's going to be race to zero in terms of who gives out more yield to their users somehow. So Tether now, they're using the yield just to emergency buy as much Bitcoin and gold as they can get. So we'll see. Here we have more inflammatory posts, I guess, from Donald Trump. Quote, based on the statement issued by Hamas, I believe they are ready for a lasting peace. Israel must immediately stop bombing of Gaza. This is about long-sought peace in the Middle East. Israel must immediately stop bombing. Wow, sanity prevails. This is a good step forward by Donald Trump. The main thing is getting hostages released for the prisoners. Yeah, just to let you know, friends. So I got no dog in this fight. I got no turtle in this fight. Bibi Netanyahu, right? His own country in Israel. Okay, he's on trial. He's done a lot of fraud. He's basically broken all their rules, okay? But the thing is, they've got a special clause there. If you are president and there's like conditions of war, all trials stop for the prime minister or whatever, okay? The trials stop. So he has an incentive to keep a perpetual war and to make sure things never calm down. That's why he doesn't care about the hostages. That's why he'll just do things to inflame. He'll like start bombing kids. So they fight back. Because when they fight back, then they videotape everything and they say to the world, oh, we're getting attacked, right? It's for that, okay? So that's part of the reason why we see this perpetual war stuff out here. But hopefully it all calms down because, you know, it is Year of the Snake and next year's going to be Year of the Horse. P. Diddy has been sentenced to 4 years and 2 months. The cabal always wins. This is Paddy Ice. Honestly, not bad, all things considered. 4 years and 2 months. You know, just to let you know, friends, the ice cream cabal is... Okay, the ice cream cabal, they don't blend in with the rap community and gangsters, obviously because of the skin color, right? So they don't hang around there. So they have their own Fed agents. And Diddy was one of the double agents, right? That's why his whole house was bugged, right? So obviously what they did, they hooked him up with a lot of the things. They bugged it for him. So that's what they do. They collect just like Jeffrey Epstein. It's a part of the Jeffrey Epstein network. Yeah, but Diddy was one of the biggest, I guess, the Fed. They're gonna do someone else now, right? They just because you never go after it's a Hydra head. You keep cutting off the head. Doesn't matter. It keeps growing back. Okay, so yeah, it is the ice cream cabal. They're collecting dirt on all these people because these friends, all these stars, they're used to influence politics. They're used to influence people, right? They're used to influence political perception. You got to think about if Israel want to keep a positive image, right? They have a big incentive to bug the shit out of Diddy's house, get dirt on everyone, right? And pay them like, hey, say nice things about my team and stuff out here. This is just the art of war. This is what happens during that during those times. Hopefully they all kind of settle down now because like we need to roll the next story, and I want the next story to like be positive, right? This is funny. Best thing about government shutdowns: no chemtrails. That's big. Here's XPL. XPL is going to skyrocket eventually. Plasma's neobank called Plasma One is the first stablecoin native neobank designed primarily for emerging markets. Interesting. I've seen, friends, an enormous amount of XPL PlasmaChain FUD, and I'm watching the price action. I'll just show you it now. I'll show you. I'm looking at the price. I'm like, man, we've seen this before. I'll show it to you now. This is actually this is ZeCash, by the way, friends. This is ZeCash. Huge move up. This is its previous monthly high. So it's literally like undiscovered territory, even though there's probably like some previous. My gosh, that's wild. You know what we can actually do quickly before I show you that? I know there's all these bunty level charts here, but just I'll do a Fibonacci from last cycle. Wow. So almost hit the fib. This 2.68 fib. This is not its real cycle price. It's actually 2017 price, friends. This thing used to be worth thousands of dollars, then it inflated. So this is actually, here's 2021's actual high. Here it is. I got the Fibonacci from the 2021 high to the low, and it's come back exactly to this Fibonacci here. This is the 38.2. So yeah, very interesting how these things are trying to come back. We'll see. Friends, I know we don't use Zcash or anything out here, but I want these things to go up, friends. Like just like XRP, because I want us to live in a world where no matter how dumb and dead something is, I just want to see it fly. Abundance mindset, friend. Trust me. We all want to see that for every coin. Okay, every coin. Trust me. Because the more things that go up, they make your thing cheap. All right? They make your thing look cheap. Right now, you don't want to buy Pepe at 4 billion market cap because you don't know if that's expensive or not. But man, if Doge was 200 billion, right? If Doge was 200 billion, you're like, hey, should Pepe be 4 billion? No, bro. It could be like, 30% of Doge or 50% of Doge. See what I mean? That's the type of friendship we're looking for. What I'm now going to do is just show you XPL. XPL right here. Here is also XPL, friends. I'll just show you this pricing. It's kind of funny to see. There's like an intense amount of FUD. And you can see this is the previous monthly level low. So it's like it's hovering around here as well. But this is the thing I want to tell you. Like for these plays, like you got to use leverage, man. Like you can't, like how much are you really going to hold that? And by the way, if you go in, friends, you got to go hard. Right? So if you're buying without leverage, because here's the thing. If you use too much leverage and you get stopped out at 60 cents, it's game over. You've wiped everything out. So you have to go super hard. So how would super hard be? If you want to sell this at $5 to $10, and you really got to believe in it. You see what I mean? So don't be fooled by all these people like shilling something out here. They're like talking about it because, friends, they're not in it for much. They're only in it for like 20 or 30% on a leverage trade, and they just get out when it reverses. You and I are going to make it. Like, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.